Like you've heard, my name is Tony Adluko. A lot of people call me Mr. Brown in the business world. It is possible, few people here might have come across me on the internet. I've been an internet entrepreneur since almost 20 years, since around 2006. And since then, I've done a whole lot of things you could think of. I've joined a whole lot of platforms. I've promoted a whole lot of businesses. I have done almost everything, you may be experiencing as a newbie on the internet space. All right. And why am I saying all of these things? For you to know that I have seen both left and right, front and back of this industry. And I know what works when I see one. I know what does not work when I see one. And of course, with all my experiences, it will be quite an absurd on me, to promote a business that I have not trusted, a business that I have not researched. All right. So I'm saying all of these things for you to know that this business you are about to see is a great one that has the capacity to transform your life. Of course, I strongly understand that we are all here because we want to make more money. Like I said, I strongly believe and I understand that you are all here because you want to make more money. No matter what you have been doing before, whether you are a salary earner, whether you are doing a business of your own, you might even be a student. What I can assure you tonight is what you are about to see indeed has the capacity to transform your financial life. And it is possible you may have prayed to God, for financial freedom. One thing I understand about this is whenever you pray to God for financial freedom, for financial breakthrough, God will not throw money. Whatever your religious is, God will not throw money from heaven and, probably drop in your hand or in your business or anywhere. What happens in most cases is that God will expose you to an opportunity that has the capacity to make you all the money you've always been praying for. And I can assure you for a fact that the information we have here tonight has the capacity to make you all the money. One thing I want to confirm to you is that no matter where you are, all the money you are praying for, all the money you intend to make is already in circulation. All right. What I mean is, you only need to know how to attract it. You only need the right information through which you can actually attract a portion of that money. All right. And no matter what you say about the country, the situation of the country, the prices of things going high, and people finding it difficult to live and all of that, one thing I want you to understand is that in the midst of it all, some people don't even care what the prices of our daily need is because they are making so much money. All right. Why? Because there has never been an economic situation in the world, anywhere in the world. There has never been an economic situation where everyone was poor. There will always be some people who are rich. And likewise, there has never been an economic situation anywhere in the world where everyone was rich. There will definitely be some set of people who are rich, and there will definitely be some set of people who are poor. The question is, why are some people rich and why are some people poor? It is not even because of education, because there are a lot of poor professors. There are a lot of poor professionals who have all the certificates, and there are a lot of rich illiterates. Permit me to use that word. There are a lot of people who do not even go to school here are very, very rich. Why are they rich? Why are they rich even without going to school? They are simply, exposed to an information that has the capacity, and they took advantage of that information and they became rich. So because money you want to make is not biased. So right now, I'm going to be sharing my screen. I just decided to, do one or two things, to open your mind to what you are about to see tonight. No matter what you think about what we are about to, what I'm talking about, I want you to empty your mind. I want you to empty your mind and, be open to everything I'm going to be sharing with you tonight, because I have no doubt it is something that has a proven track record, all right, that has changed a lot of lives, and yours will not be different. All right. So let me, what you're about to see tonight, like I said, is called Forsage-Forton. In other words, we call it Forton. And what is Forton? How does it work? How exactly are you going to be able to make money, with it? I am going to be drawing the curtain and make you see everything clearly. All right. But before I go step by step into how you're going to be making money with this business called Forton, there are a few things I need you to understand so that you will know how big what is being presented to you tonight is. All right. There is a secret. Some financial institution, not even some, the financial institution of many countries are hiding from the masses. There is a secret system around the way money is being made, around the way money is being spent, around the way money moves around. All right, that the financial institution do not want you to know, because the entire money system has changed and a lot of people are, possibly including you that you are listening to me tonight. All right. The financial institution do not want you to know this so that they can continue to be in control how money is made and how it is being spent, how it exchanges hands. All right. That is why you will see in some countries, especially some African countries, the government will be frown on anything called cryptocurrency, not because it is bad, but because they did not want people to know some certain things and they do not want people to have control. But unfortunately, this is something no one can stop. All right. Before I talk more about what cryptocurrency is, let's quickly look at the evolution of money, how we came to this spot where we are now. All right. In the first place, I mean, in the olden days, the money system actually started with what I call the trade by barter. And what does trade by barter means? That is when goods are goods are being exchanged for goods. If you have something and I have another thing, there was no paper or coin money or any form of money. The only means for me to get what I want is to actually give out what I have. All right, that was the first thing. And from trade by barter, we moved to coin. We started using coin. For those who came from African country, there is this one we call cowries. Cowries, that is the kind of money that is being spent in those days. And at some point, we moved to real coin. And from coin to paper money, from paper money to digital money, whereby you can actually swipe your card and use it to buy anything. You don't need to carry cash around. You can swipe your card. In the days of paper money, you still have to carry money around no matter. Imagine you want to buy something that is hundreds of millions of naira, all right? Or in your local currency. You have to take it around. But at some point, there was a technology improvement and people started using cards to make payments. Even if you are buying something that is worth $1,000, $2,000, or any amount in your local currency, you can easily pay with card. Then from card, all right, from the digital currency, the digital medium, using card, POS, and all of that, we move to cryptocurrency. A lot of people are still living behind. They are not aware, like I said earlier, but this is actually where we are at the moment, the era of cryptocurrency. And we are currently witnessing the biggest shift in wealth creation in the history of human existence. We are witnessing the biggest shift, and unfortunately, a lot of people are not aware of it. In billions, without passing through any intermediary, without passing through any financial institution, without being checked by major financial institution that directs the way people make and spend money. All right, but unfortunately, a lot of people are still ignorant of this. Now the question is, for those who are probably still not 100% familiar with the concept of cryptocurrency, what exactly is cryptocurrency? I'm not going to be reading the definition. I will just explain to you what it means. Now imagine sending money across within seconds without any form of intermediary and with zero bank or middleman interference. You have 100% control. All you are using is just technology. All right? That is exactly how cryptocurrency works. It is not under the control of any government, any middleman, or any financial institution. That is what crypto does. It is like having your own private bank in your pocket. Imagine if you have your bank and everything you have to go into the bank to go and do, you can do it by yourself. You can send money to people, you can receive money, you can pay for stuff with your money without any interference of the bank. Are you telling me that that is not interesting? That is so amazing. And that is freedom. That is freedom. There is no limit, no delay, no middleman permission method. In other words, the future of money is already here, and it is 100% digital, and no one can stop it, like I said. Example of cryptocurrencies are the ones you are familiar with. A lot of people believe that when we talk of cryptocurrency, the only thing they remember is Bitcoin. Of other cryptocurrencies that are already being used around the world. For common example include Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Ton, we have BNB. All right, we have all of that. Now, before I move to the next part of this presentation, there is something I want us to understand. There is a revolution that a lot of people didn't know about cryptocurrency. A revolution. I mean, wealth creation revolution that many people do not even know. They are not aware of it. It's moving. A lot of people are becoming extremely rich overnight without qualification, without the usual traditional system. But unfortunately, a lot of people are still not aware of it. Let me give you an example. In 2009, remember when I was doing introduction of myself, I started online business in 2006. And Bitcoin has not been launched as at that time. Now, there is something I want you to understand here. In 2009, Bitcoin was launched, it was created at 0.000, about 0.003 per one Bitcoin. 0.003 per one Bitcoin. You can see how many Bitcoin $1 can buy as at 2009. $1 would have bought hundreds of Bitcoin. All right, $1 would have bought many Bitcoin, but unfortunately, many people, including me myself, we were not aware. Today, the same Bitcoin per one has been trading in the neighborhood of $100,000 per one Bitcoin. In 2009, I want to believe everyone here are adults. And in 2009, at least 50% of those who are on this call could have afforded $10, at least $10, or even $5. So it means if you are able to see it coming and you were able to buy $5 worth of Bitcoin in 2009, presently you will be a multi-millionaire with $5 or $10. Why? Because you had the information. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, is it only Bitcoin? Is only Bitcoin that did something like that? How about a few years ago? I think around 2020, 2021 or thereabout. Few years ago, there is a coin called Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu grew over 10 million% in just few months. I saw people who bought $10, $50 worth of Shiba Inu. I'm talking of just about 5-6 years ago, if I'm correct. I've seen people who bought with just $50 and they made hundreds of thousands of dollars within few months without doing anything. Why? Because they were aware of the information, or they were lucky enough to be informed. There is another coin that also rose like that. You know, I'm giving us all of these examples for you to know that we are in the midst of a revolution and you should not miss it. There is another coin called the PEEP coin. Is it PEEP coin? PEPE. I think that one was 2-3 years ago. In few weeks, this coin grew over 5,000%. Imagine what kind of investment would you have done and made over 5,000% within just weeks. I'm talking of like a month. I was lucky enough, to buy a little of this coin at that time. Shiba Inu too, I was lucky enough to buy small of it. And I made serious money just with my phone. My phone printed serious money for me. All right. So I can continue to give you more and more and more and more information like this that will blow your mind. All right. But I'm going somewhere. There is another one, Ton, which is the coin we are going to teach you how to make enough of it tonight. Ton also did over 400% in less than a year. Ton is actually an official. Ton is an official coin by Telegram. I'm sure you know how strong Telegram is. He's not a kind of project that you think will disappear overnight or something. All right. So that is another coin. It did over 400% in a year. So it means if you have invested $100 at the middle of the year without doing anything, within gain over 400% without doing anything at all. Just buy and sell when it rises. All right. Now, like I said, I can continue to list examples like this, but what I'm saying is this is your chance to get in early, not by trading, but by plugging into a system that uses these coins to generate passive income for you, especially the ton. All right. Now, you may wonder how is this thing working? What power is powering? What is powering this movement, this improvement that we're talking about? And welcome to the world of blockchain. Blockchain is the technology that powers cryptocurrency, and not just only cryptocurrency, it is also the engine that powers the Web3. What is Web3? Web3 is the new face of the internet. There was an internet whereby what you can only do is to send information across, one another, just like an email. That was Web 1. The second phase of the internet is the Web 2, whereby you can actually use Google, use Yahoo, and all of that to research information and all of that. But Web 3 is built strictly on blockchain. Blockchain is the engine that powers the Web 3, where you can now do much more, including financial transactions, just like we said. All right. So I'm not here to give you definition. This is not a class. This is not a university. We're not reading to pass. I'm just explaining to you how these things work and how you can take advantage of it to transform your own life. Think of it like a digital record. That is blockchain I'm explaining now. You think of it like a digital record book where every transaction is locked in forever. There is no cheating, no manipulation, no one controls it, no bank, no government. It is trusted by banks, hospitals, different countries, companies in the world. Why? Because there is high level of transparency. Any system that is built and deployed on blockchain, you can be sure that this is, any contract that is built and deployed backed by blockchain, you can be very sure that this is going to be 100% transparent, because once it is locked forever. All right. So I am seeing all of these things for people who are still afraid of crypto. I was talking in a group somewhere some time ago, and somebody said, "Oh, crypto is a scam. Crypto is a scam. My brother, my sister invested in crypto some months back and he lost the money. They took the money away and all of that." My dear brothers and sisters, crypto is not a scam. It is the project you invested in. A lot of Ponzi schemes have hidden they hid behind crypto. That is not crypto. It is the system. Just like scam happens anywhere. I was explaining the other time, my tailor ran away with my clothes and my money. That does not mean tailoring is a scam. It is that person that committed a scam offense. Is the one that committed a crime. So what am I trying to say in essence? Crypto is not the problem. Don't let the fear of scam stories hold you back from something that has the capacity to change your life. It is not crypto that is the problem. It is the shady people who are using crypto to scam people. So just like email can be used to scam people, people are using bank accounts to scam people. People are using different means. So all of these things does not make bank or email to be a scam. So I'm explaining all of these things for you to know that crypto is not a scam. Now let's look at some of the features of centralized and decentralized system. What do I mean by centralized system? The whole system that we are familiar with is the centralized system, whereby everything is in the control of the government, of the financial institution, and system, money-making system that is deployed that is built and, advertised on the internet. Some of them are centralized in the sense that money, there is a central account that the money everybody invests in such business will go. And the owner of that central account, the owner of the system, can decide to run away with the money. But decentralized system is a system whereby no one is in control. You are going to understand as we proceed, all right? So let me just explain some of the features of this centralized and decentralized system, why one is better than the other. Now, when it comes to control, centralized system is controlled by admin. There is always an admin. Systems such as Forton, system I'm presenting to you tonight, there is no admin, and it is fully automated. It is powered by blockchain technology. So no admin, because you may be wondering, if there are no admin, how does it run? Once it is deployed on blockchain technology, the blockchain handles the rest, because it's not a technology that is being controlled by somebody. It is the new world entirely. Now let's look at withdrawal. In a centralized system, there has to be manual. You have to withdraw manually, and they will tell you will drop in your account within the next 24 hours or within 1 hour to 24 hours, because somebody has to approve it. But in decentralized system, in Forton, your withdrawal goes into your wallet automatically, real time, and instantly, not up to 10 seconds. Instantly. The only thing that can make it take 3 seconds is if your network is slow, if your internet is not good. But if your internet is good, the same seconds you are clicking a button, you are seeing the money in your wallet, and you can convert it to naira. Then let's look at transparency. When it comes to centralized system, I mean system where money goes to a particular wallet, it is hidden. There is an hidden back end, and you don't know what is happening in the back end. But in decentralized system that is deployed on blockchain, the smart contract is public. You can even check. There is an address now that you can check, and you will see that the smart contract is being deployed. You can see everything going on, how money moves around. It's transparency at the highest level. All right? Then let's look at the risk of shutting down. The risk of shutting down in centralized system where money goes into a particular wallet is very, very high. Because even if they did not have the intention of running away, by the time they see a lot of money, they might decide that they want to run away. All right? But on smart contracts that is deployed on blockchain, the risk of running away is zero, because all the money is automatically distributed in the system. It is such a wonderful and powerful system. It runs on blockchain, and nothing like that can happen. How about editing and manipulation? It is possible with a centralized system. They can change plan. They can say, oh, this is how we want to run now. This is the compensation plan and all of that. But a system like Forton, a smart contract that has been deployed on blockchain, it is not possible again. It's just like you signing a contract with a partner and a lawyer witnessing it in the court of law. That is even the manual way. As much as that is even difficult to manipulate. But this one now is backed by technology. Any contract that is deployed on blockchain is witnessed by all the computers in the world, and it is locked forever. So you can see several advantages of decentralized system like Forton, which is what we are presenting to you tonight, over a centralized system. A lot of people do not know this, and that is why they fall from time to time for scams like ROI scam. They will promise you a big thing. They will promise you something very, very big that you don't even have to work, you don't even have to do anything, and they will use that to lure a lot of people into the system. And at the end of the day, they will run away with a lot of people's money, and people will be crying. I'm sure maybe few people have participated in such a system before. All right. So you need to know. Now, another to prove to you that crypto is also not a problem, and it is adopted already by different countries of the world, not just different countries of the world, by companies. There are a lot of companies now accepting crypto payments. IBM, the Visa card, MasterCard, Siemens, a lot of companies. Alipay, you can spend crypto now. You can use crypto to buy car. You can use crypto to buy real estate in some countries. You can use crypto to pay for anything in some country already. So the world is moving. The world is moving, and we need to move with it. All right. Now the question is, how exactly can you take part in this revolution? How can you ensure that this revolution does not pass you by? And that is why I want you to pay a very, very, very close attention, like I believe you've paid before, to everything I'm going to be sharing with you tonight. Because Forton is a powerful system that has the capability to position you. It is the next big thing that you need to take very, very serious. Now, it may interest you to know that Forton is a new innovation that is built on the powerful Ton blockchain. Ton blockchain is owned by Telegram. All right. Now, there is something so peculiar about Forton that I need you to understand. Forton is like the revolution of Forsage. Many of you don't know what is Forsage, but Forsage was launched in the year 2020. In the year 2020. And it has made a lot of people, including Africans, including Nigerians, multi-millionaires, not even in local currency, but in dollars through this thing called cryptocurrency. All right? It is simply amazing. It is simply amazing. Now, let's look at the evolution of Forsage. I mean, the journey of Forsage. Like I said, it was launched in the year 2020. And as at that time, not many people were aware of it. Let me just tell you what I could call a testimony or a story of regrets about myself, so that you learn from what you are hearing. I mean, you learn from that and take advantage of what you are hearing today. In 2020, somebody invited me to Forsage, all right? And I joined. That is when it was newly launched. And in less than 2 months, the little I did, I was able to make over $6,000 then in less than 2 months. And to me, because I've been a digital marketer, I've been doing a whole lot of online businesses, I've built multiple 7-figure businesses on the internet. So I believe I've seen, the big deal. And I just left. I didn't take it serious. Then about 6-7 months after, I started seeing the same person that invited me to Forsage then, posting on his page on Facebook, talking about how he has made over $60,000 in the last 1 month, how he has made over $20,000 in the last 1 week. Sometimes he talk about $80,000. And myself and this guy actually grew under the same mentor, and I know he does not lie. All right. But at some point, I had to walk out to him. Oh boy, what business are you doing that is giving you this figure? He was like, what? Don't tell me you are also not making this much, because it is the same business I called you to about 9 months ago. This guy opened his wallet, he checked his ID, and I saw that the guy has made over $1 million in a space of 1 year, less than 1 year. His life has transformed completely. Then I was filled with regret that, God, why did I leave this business? I never saw it as big as this. Now, this is the same thing you are seeing tonight, because Forton is a new launch of the same system. Forton, as at this time, 2020, Forsage was launched on Ethereum blockchain, then later to Tron, then later to Binance, called BNB. Then today, it is now, it is currently launched on Ton, and it is less than a month old. Now, so you are lucky to be a part of the beginning of another great revolution of this particular system. That is what I'm saying. So why should you take this very, very serious? There is so much reasons that I would not want to bore you with, but let me just tell you a few of it. It is developed by the same Forsage, where people make millions of dollars easily. I talked about my upline alone. There are so many other people I know, people who made from $100,000, few $100,000, tens of thousands of dollars. So I was filled with regret, sincerely speaking, because as at that time, even Bitcoin was still, low that time. So you can still, I would have seen a lot of money. Probably by today, I'll be having like maybe 100 Bitcoins. Imagine. All right. So you need to take Forton very, very, very serious, because this is going to position you for the next big opportunity in the crypto space. All right. You will not only be able to make money, you will have enough money to actually be able to trade other big potential in the industry. Of course, 1 million multiplied by 0 is 0. So if you don't have money, you may not be able to take advantage of those other information, those other big opportunities that happens in the industry. That is why we are inviting you to Forton. Forton is developed by Forsage. It is built on Ton blockchain that is owned by Telegram. So very, very reliable. Integrated directly inside, access it with your Telegram. All right. It is faster, easy. There's so much to talk about. 100% transparent, no central admin. Money does not go into any central bank account. It is directly distributed through the smart contract. So you need to be a part of these guys. You need to be a part of these guys. And Ton, like I said earlier, is actually one of the topmost cryptocurrency. We currently have thousands of cryptocurrency, maybe more than 5,000 different cryptocurrencies in the market, like I said. But for Ton, I think it was at some point it was about 14th highest, one of the best crypto in the market that is highly reliable, great utility, and you can be very sure that this is not a project that will rock pool anytime soon. All right. So these are the reasons you need to be a part of this. And what does it really take for you to be a part of this? What does it really take? Very, very little amount. All you need is just 1 ton, or let me say 1.25 ton, because that is what you will need the extra 25. You need it for the system, and you're going to understand as we proceed. All you need to be a part of this is just 1.25 ton. And how do you join? Just there is you can easily download Ton Wallet from Google Play or Apple Store if you are using iOS. And once you do that, just set up your wallet, then fund your wallet with an equivalent of 1.25 ton. That is all you need to get started. Of course, there is always an opportunity to come in big. Like some of us, we were not even as big as some people. All right, you're going to understand as we proceed, because there are different slots in the system, starting from slot 1 to about 12 different slots. You can start with just the slot 1 instead of not starting at all, and the system will earn you money that you are going to be using to upgrade consistently. But if you can afford multiple slots, it allows you for better and easy money. As a matter of fact, it is the best if you can buy multiple slots, maybe like 3 slots or 4 slots or 5 slots, whatever you can afford. But instead of not starting at all, you can start with just 1 ton and be able to navigate through the system and grow through the system. So getting started is just you downloading a Ton Wallet from the Play Store. Let's look at the level pricing critically. All right. So like I said, level 1, because it comes in different level. Level 1 is just 1 ton. Then there is an extra 25% that goes into the system. It goes into the system, into the wallet called the passive income wallet. This passive income is still going back to the system. I mean, it's still going to be distributed to all members, because it enables members to earn passive income even without referral. This system, this Forton, without referral, like yesterday now, which was yesterday was 28th of May, was another passive income day. And some of us, not even almost everybody, once you are active in the system, we all saw some passive income in our system that is not dependent on referral or anything. So the slot 1 will take you 1 ton. The level 2 will take you 2 ton plus 25%. That's a total of 2.5 ton. Level 3, 5 ton, total of 5 ton. Level 4, 8.75 ton. Like that until you get to level 12. But like I said, you can start with level 1 alone if that is all you have. And when you earn, you use it to upgrade to level 2, you use it to upgrade to level 3. And what all this means is you can be earning in all of these levels simultaneously. The fact that you upgrade from level 1 to level 2 does not mean you will start earning from level 1. You will only be earning from 2 different slots multiple times. This is the only system that pays multiple times on every single slot. All right. So how exactly do you make money from this system? How exactly? There are 3 major ways, but there is a 4th one now that is not so popular but so interesting. We have been seeing the 4th one, and I'm going to explain. All right. The first way you make money in this business is called the active income. What is income means? All you need to earn active income is to invite partners. When you invite people to the system, you earn 50%. And now, let me tell you something interesting about this that will motivate you to even invite your friends and even your enemies. All right. Now, this is the only system that pays referral bonus multiple times. I don't even want to call it referral bonus. Should I call it affiliate bonus or reward for being active? It pays you multiple times. You refer somebody once and you earn multiple times through the power of cycling, because the system is deployed that way. You refer that person once and you'll be getting the 50% over and over and over and over again multiple times. And when the person also upgrade to another level, you will continue to earn the same amount you used to upgrade over and over and over and over again. Now imagine, look at this look at this amount, the total ton. Imagine earning 50% of 987 tons. Imagine earning 50% of all of this simultaneously, multiple times. All right. And by the way, 1 ton is currently trading around 3 point something dollars. So every 1 ton is about $3 plus, depending on what happens in the market. All right. So the active income is by inviting partners. And the second kind of income is the passive income. This is paid to every member, every active member on the 10th, 28th, and 38th day of every month. All right. Without new invitation. You don't even need to invite before you end this. All you need to do is to be active. And I'm going to tell you what it takes to be active. So this passive income, you earn it. It does not depend on referral. It does not depend on referral. Just be active in the system. And I'm going to explain what it takes, to be active. Then the third bonus is actually the squad bonus. When you join a squad in the system, that is, you build a team around your own account, all right, you can earn 10 times more passive income than the regular member just by working together as a team. Because this is a peer-to-peer system whereby, the income is distributed among every member depending on what is happening in the entire system, the number of people that are joining the system. All right. So the system actually rewards people who are building squads. That is another form of income. Now, the fourth one is actually the spillover, the overflow from both your upline, your downline, and every single person in the system. I have logged on to my account without doing anything, and it is not even the passive payday, and I have seen money a couple of times. I will just see overflow from, I will see the ID. I don't know where the ID is coming from. I have seen money like this. Sometimes I will just open my account and I'll see like 7, 8 tons. You understand? Especially when we just started. So this, I'm not saying, you should only wait for this. Of course, you have seen the other ways, to make money, because it is not even here, but this is something we have experienced. This is like under promise but over deliver. That is what the system is doing. They did not mention it, but it actually happened. All right. Now, how do you get active in the system? Number one is if you start with slot 1, for example, within the 10 days before the next payday, just upgrade to level 2. That is one of the ways to get active. The second way to get active is if you receive income within the next 10 days. If you receive income within 10 days. And how can you receive income without referral? It could come through overflow and the spillover, like I said. That's the second way to become active. And the third way to become active is to refer at least one person. I see a lot of people, talking about, God, I don't like referral, this and that. The truth of the matter is, have you sat down to really, really understand the meaning of referral and what seems difficult there? Nothing difficult. Nothing difficult. The truth is, when you are doing a business that makes you money offline, I'm talking of offline now, you are doing a business that makes you money and people are seeing it in you that you are making so much money. Everybody would want to know about that business. They will be asking you by themselves. And if you are generous enough, you will tell them the business. You will tell them where you are making the money. All right. But when it comes to the internet, I don't know. It's a slap on the nature that people expect to make money without doing anything on the internet. Referral is the simplest thing I've ever seen in this world. Referral. Of course, I'm not saying this is not dependent on referral as we have seen, but I'm just saying that even if it does, because referral will make you make more money, it is such an easy thing. It's just about you sharing information with people. You don't have to force them. Where people make mistake is that people think it is limited to their friends and family. No, a lot of people, even outside your friends and family, want to learn about a big business that has the capacity to make money. And we are not even saying you should go and start convincing them. Invite them to a meeting like this and let us present this great opportunity to them. This is just, me saying this. You have seen yourself that it is not even dependent on referral alone. All right. Now, how does the matrix works, and how do you actually make this money over and over again? Like I said, imagine referring somebody once and earning the money over and over and over, multiple times, almost all the time there is an activity in the system. Let me explain. Now, if every single person that signed up to this system would refer just 2 people, trust me, every member will become a millionaire easily. But well, not everyone will be active. Not everybody will hold their life in their hands. All right. But let me tell you how the system works. When you sign up, let's assume you are up and you refer number 1 and number 2. The system will pay you 50% of the amount the person is using to come in for that particular slot. Let's say we're talking of slot 1 now. And by the time those people refer to 2 people each, if they decide to refer, all right, the number third, you are still earning the 50%, but the number 5 and number 6 of it, the 50% goes back to the system. How does it go back to the system? Where does it go? It's still distributing around, looking for people to bless. Because this 50% that it goes back to the system is still going flow to some people. These are the money you will see without working for it. All right. Now, the number 5 and number 6, the 50% you are supposed to earn will be automatically used to renew your membership on that particular slot. So you are positioned again to continue earning. And that 50% goes back to your upline that referred you again. And by the time the matrix completes like this, the number 5 and number 6, whether it is through spillover or through overflow, or you refer them directly, the number 5 and number 6 will keep recycling you over and over, and your upline will continue to earn. The same thing when you refer people, the 50%, or even if it comes as overflow, the 50% will keep recycling your downline, and you keep earning from it over and over and over. I've seen people doing affiliate marketing. I've done it. I still do it. And in most cases, you only earn whatever percentage they are offering once. But this is the first system that says you will earn that reward over and over and over and over automatically, without you having to convince again, without you having to go and beg them, because the system automatically handles all of these things. All right. So I already explained 50% goes directly to you, the sponsor or the level owner. Then 50% goes into the system for spillover distribution, upline, downline, crossline, and it is fully automated. In each matrix, the 5th and the 6th cycle payments are held by the smart contract. All right. All right. So to recycle you in the contract. So this is used to automatically recycle the matrix once it fills up, restarting every single person in the system so that you continue to earn over and over. Your upline code, every member continue to earn over and over. This is massive, guys. This is massive. Now, I said this before. What does it take to earn the passive income? You just need to be active. You just need to be active. I already explained how to be active in the system. Invite at least one new partner within the 10 days, or activate the next level in the system, or receive an income from the system, either flow or through spillover. That keeps you active, and with that, you can be sure that every 10th, 28th, and 30th of the month, you will keep getting your passive income. We have been earning it. This is not like we are making out. This is not an audio money. We have been earning it. Yesterday, I still received my passive income because I am active, and every active person can testify to what I'm saying. All right. Then earlier, I talked about squad ranking. I talked about squad, which is another way to make money. If you join a squad in the system, you can 10x your passive income. You can 10x your income. And here is an example. There are people creating squads, gathering their team, and depending on the ranking, if your team falls within the top 10 in the system, this is how the system will reward every member of that squad. The people in first position in this example will earn ×3 of whatever the regular people are earning. Then the next one ×3, the next one ×2. You can earn as much as 10x of the income if you become a member of a squad. A squad by yourself. So, in other words, the system actually rewards activities. It rewards people being active. If you are like me, despite the fact that you can earn without referral, I will not join this kind of business and fold my hand. Now imagine, in the offline world, because before you can have an opportunity to make this kind of money that this system is offering you, you'll be starting a business with probably millions of your local currency. Millions of your local currency. And despite that, even when you start that business with millions of your local currency, you will not buy your product and keep in the shop and lock it up. You will still open the shop every day, advertise your product, make noise about your business so that people can buy what you are selling. But on the internet, it surprises me that people just want to sign up and they don't want to do anything. However, why I'm saying this is that despite the fact that the system promised to reward you just for being active, even without referral, if I were you, I would do what it takes to be able to get more money, to be able to make as much money as possible. It may interest you to know that within a short time, some people have made over $20,000, $30,000, a system that is just 1 month old. I saw people making over 5,000 tons within the first 3 days in the system. Over 5,000 tons. 5,000 multiplied by 3. That's about $15,000 within the first 3 days of the system. And my personal testimony too, when I signed up, I did not even know. I purchased 3 slots, and the second day I did not open my account because I was busy. I was still trying to familiarize my system and come up with the strategy I want to use to grow the business. The second day I did not open. The third day when I opened, I saw that I have earned about 12 ton or something, 12.5 ton. And I was like, is this real money? I had to send it to the person that shared this information with me. All right. And he was like, this is your money. Go and claim it. And I claim it. The money entered my wallet. That's $30-something. I was like, what? And the 3 slot I bought cost me just 30-something, around 35, 30. So it's like I made my money back without even doing anything. And I was like, Jesus, let me tell my team about this. And I started telling my key friends about this. The following day, when some of them want to sign up into the system, I log on into my account again. I saw another 9 ton. I have not signed up one person as at that time. And I calculated how much I've made within the first 3 days in the system. It was over $60. And I started with just $30-something. And I thought it was me alone. When I started discussing with other partners that we did this together, even from other teams, all of them were sharing their testimony. By the grace of God, we have some of our leaders here who also have testimonies, 3 days testimonies, 4 days testimonies, even without doing anything in this system, as a proof that everything I presented to you tonight is actually real and we are experiencing it. So right about now, I am going to be stopping here. Don't mind me. I'm so excited about this system, and I can keep talking and talking and talking. I'm not doing all of this to motivate you. I am sharing with you what we're experiencing, and I'm sharing with you the potential of this great business. All right. So right about now, I'm going to be passing on the mic to the amazing moderator, the host for tonight. All right. From there, I believe you have learned 1 or 2 things. I believe you are able to see the big picture in this business. So thank you for being here all the while. Let's do a great thing together.